Hello everyone, welcome to Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. Today, in our crash course for Prelims 2021, Inspired, we'll see 102nd Amendment Act. Yes friends, now we'll see all the aspects of this act in today's session. It's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform, where you will get unlimited access for live and recorded classes, structured courses and much more. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. So you can follow me on Unacademy and you can join our Telegram group using this link to get more updates. So friends, those aspirants pursuing their graduation or after their 12th examination planning to start their preparation for civil services, it's my suggestion to all of them, go with our iconic subscription. Now in this iconic subscription, aspirants will get personal guidance, study planner, study material, expert guidelines and test analysis. All these additional features with the features of plus courses like live classes, structured courses, weekly test and unlimited access for live and recorded classes. So friends, now here is the info regarding your benefits. So we have plus and iconic paid subscriptions on our platform. Now, when you're going to subscribe these courses, you will get 10% discount after using referral code RBI Live, which means for 2 years of plus course, after discount, you will get in 64,800 rupees. And for iconic course, after discount, 2 years subscription in 1,04,175 rupees. So friends, this is the huge discount on these subscriptions after using referral code RBI Live. So friends, we have started new batches from 26th May. I hope many of you have joined these batches and there were various attracting offers to subscribe the courses on our platform. So friends, this is information related to our new batches. We are also providing free test series for all aspirants. So friends, here you have to use code RBI Live to unlock the test. Now in this free test series, we will cover your complete general studies and current affairs part. So hurry up and enroll yourself for the free test series. We are conducting Unacademy Combat on every Sunday morning 11 a.m. Now you can use for the Unacademy Combat using code RBI Live. So enrollment and complete combat is absolutely free for all aspirants. And now combat we are conducting in Hindi and English medium. So book your date on upcoming Sunday morning 11 a.m. for Unacademy Combat. Now let's start today's topic, 102nd Amendment Act. As I hope everyone aware about the amendment procedures in our constitution. Now friends, after the enactment of our constitution, with the time we are just updating ourselves as a democratic country. Now our constitution makers describe our constitution as a living document, which means throughout the time or during the period of moving towards the 21st century, we have made few changes in our constitution which are known as the amendments. So today we'll see 102nd Amendment Act 2018. Yes friends, here is the exact replica of the act. So 102nd Amendment Act 2018, which deals with the amendment of Article 338 of our Indian Constitution So there are insertion of new article into the constitution for the status of National Commission for Backward Classes. So article added into the constitution through 102nd Amendment Act 2018 for the National Commission for Backward Classes. So friends, as we know, there is provision in our constitution for the equal opportunity to all. Yes, our constitution ensures that all citizens of our country should get equal opportunity. So this amendment is related with the same foundation, that is equal opportunity to all. Now we'll see what is National Commission for Backward Classes. I hope many of you have heard about NCBC. Now we'll see in detail National Commission for Backward Classes. So friends, we are studying this topic for our preliminary and mains examination. So whenever I'll mention, just note down these points in your notebook. So National Commission for Backward Classes NCBC. So 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act 2018 provides a constitutional status to the National Commission for Backward Classes, which means before this Amendment Act, the Commission was in exist but not as a constitutional status to the body. As we know, there are statutory constitutional status to the various committees and commissions. So after the 102nd Constitution Amendment Act 2018, the NCBC is stated as the constitutional body and constitutional status. Yes, Chandan, in today's session we'll learn about NCBC, National Commission for Backward Classes, which means 102nd Constitution Amendment Act 2018. So now this commission has the authority to examine complaints and welfare measures regarding socially, educationally backward classes. Yes, so previously NCBC was a statutory body under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So friends, as we know, there are various measures to be taken to the upliftment of socially and backward classes. So there should be a specific recommendations or a structure for the implementation of the schemes. So there should be authority to examine these various efforts. Right. So it has the authority to examine complaints and welfare measures regarding socially and educationally backward classes. Now, what happened after the independence? Our constitution makers decided for the theme of equal opportunity to all, which means it's not like that in 2018 itself government decided to work for socially or economically backward classes. So earlier in 1950s and 70s, the government planned various measures to study improvement and upliftment of backward classes in our country. So as we know, for the survey or study of these status, we can say government is forming commissions. So the role of those commissions to study about the targeted group in context of their upliftment and development. So In 1950s, the Backward Class Commission were appointed under the chairmanship of Kaka Kalelkar. Yes, in 1950s. And then in 1970s, there was second Backward Class Commission was appointed under the chairmanship of BP Mandal. Yes. So friends, now what happened in Indra Sawhney case of 1992? The Supreme Court had directed the government to create a permanent body to entertain, examine and recommend the inclusion and exclusion of various backward classes for purpose of benefits and protection. After the court's decision, the Parliament passed National Commission for Backward Classes Act in 1993. As per the directions given by the Supreme Court, the Government of India passed National Commission for Backward Classes Act in 1993 and they constituted the National Commission for Backward Classes. Yes, so 123rd Constitution Amendment Bill of 2017 was introduced in Parliament to safeguard the interest of backward classes more effectively, which means after passed the Act in 1993, there were number of measures took place for the upliftment of backward classes, but after the 123rd Constitution Amendment Bill of 2017, the government decided to safeguard the interest of backward classes more effectively through constitutional provision. So what happened after that? Parliament has also passed a separate bill to repeal the National Commission for Backward Classes Act 1993. So 1993 Act became irrelevant after passing the bill, and the bill got the President assent in August 2018 and provided constitutional status to National Commission for Backward Classes. So this is the journey for this NCBC from last few years. Yes. Now, after the formation of the National Commission for Backward Classes NCBC, there should be a structure to work or handle the all work related to the upliftment of socially and economically backward classes. Now, the commission consists of 5 members, which including a chairperson. Yes, 4 members, 1 chairperson and vice chairperson. Yes, so it's 3 1 plus 1. 1 chairperson, 1 vice chairperson and 3 members appointed by the president by warrant under his hand and seal. So the members and chairman or vice chairperson of the National Commission for Backward Classes appointed by the President of India. So the condition of service and tenure of office of the chairperson, vice chairperson and other members is determined by the President. Yes. Then we'll see the constitutional provisions for the National Commission for Backward Classes. So friends, Article 340, which deals with the need to inter alia identify those socially and educationally backward classes under the conditions of their backwardness and make recommendations to remove the difficulties they face. Now, what is mean that? So, there is criteria to identify socially and educationally backward classes. So, friends, as we know, there are list of socially and economically backward classes by the states. So there are various categories. So 102nd Constitution Amendment Act inserted the Article 338B and Article 342A into the Constitution. So the amendment also brings about changes in Article 366 as well. So Article 338B, which provides authority to National Commission for Backward Classes to examine complaints, welfare measures regarding socially and educationally backward classes. So friends, which means the grievous body, the commission is playing the role as handling the complaints, examining them, and other parties the welfare measures, which means implementing the welfare schemes for the socially and educationally backward classes. So Article 342A, which empowers President to specify socially and educationally backward classes in various states and union territories. So President can do this in consultation with governor of concerned states. Yes. So friends, under the Article 342A, which provides a pass to President to specify socially and educationally backward classes in various states and union territories. So all these identification of socially and educationally backward classes with the consultation with concerned states governor or lieutenant governor of the union territories or administrator of governor territories. Yes. So law enactment by parliament will be required if list of backward classes is to be amended. So however, law enacted by parliament will be required if list of backward classes is to be amended. So these are the constitutional provisions related to NCBC. So 102nd Constitution Amendment Act. Was inserted new articles into the Constitution. These are Article 338B and Article 342A. So Article 338B, which provides authority to NCBC to examine complaints and welfare measures regarding socially and educationally backward classes, and Article 342A, which empowers President to specify socially and educationally backward classes in various states and union territories. Now, after that, after the identification of the socially and economically backward classes, now we'll see the powers and functions of NCBC. So the commission investigates and monitors all matters relating to the safeguards provided for the socially and educationally backward classes under the Constitution or under any other law to evaluate the working of such safeguards. Yes, the commission, National Commission for Backward Classes, and investigates and monitors all matters relating to the safeguards provided for the socially and educationally backward classes under the Constitution of India. Yes, and also the implementation of these measures, development measures throughout the country for this class. Now, the commission participates and advises on the socio-economic development of the socially and educationally backward classes and evaluate the progress of their development under the union and any state. Which means, now understand, there is different population or vary the population from state to state or area wise throughout the country. Now, Commission will advise the concerned state or union for the upliftment of that particular population in that state or union territories. So as per the population, the implementation of scheme to be monitored till the grassroots level of the society, that is for the socially and educationally backward classes. So this is the power and function of the NCBC to participate and advise on the socio-economic development of the socially and educationally backward classes and to evaluate the progress for the same under the union and the state. Yes, now it presents to the president annual and such as other times the commission may demand reports upon the working of those safeguards, and the president laid such reports before each house of parliament. Now, when government announcing any scheme or program, there should be evaluation of proper channel regarding them or the authorities regarding the implementation of that scheme. Now, as NCBC deals with the complaints and welfare development of the socially and economically backward classes, so the commission submitting report annually or as per the demand by the president for the working of those safeguards provided by the constitution and their development, and the president laid down such reports before the house of parliament. Now, when any such report or any part of that relate to any matter with any state government is concerned, a copy of such report shall be forwarded to the state government, which means, for example, if socially and economically backward class population present in particular, for example here, understand the state A where the socially and economically backward classes population is facing any challenges or the problems. Now that problem or measures or the solution for that problem mentioned in the report, now what happened, that report laid down or put before the parliament. Now after that, the solutions or the provisions related to that particular matter, the same state A to be informed by the parliament, and they'll advise to implement such provisions to rectify those issues, which means after the reporting to the that particular state will take appropriate action on that matter. Then the commission has to discharge other functions in relation to the protection, welfare and development and advancement of the socially and educationally backward classes, as the president may subject to the provisions of any law made by parliament by rules specified, which means president can inform to the authorities to check the implementation of developmental schemes for the socially and economically backward classes. Now, the NCBC has all the powers of civil code while trying a suit. Yes, this is the part of powers and functions, which means NCBC has all the powers of a civil code while trying a suit. Now, as we have discussed about After the Amendment Act, 102nd Amendment Act, NCBC considered as a constitutional body. Now, how does the new commission be different from its earlier version? So, the new act has recognized that BCs also need development in addition to reservations. So, there are provisions in the act for development of socially and economically backward classes. And the new NCBC's role in the development process. Now understand what is the difference between these two versions of NCBC. Now the new NCBC is entrusted with additional function of grievance redressal, redress of backward classes. So here is the provision of the grievance redressal through the NCBC and Article 342A, which introduced greater transparency as it made mandatory to take the concurrence of Parliament for adding or deleting any community in the backward list. Yes, so the Article 342A, which is considered as important provision for the greater transparency, which means, for example, there is need to adding any community in the list or deleting any community from the backward list. So all this process is mentioned under Article 342A. So apart from list, inclusion and reservation, it requires comprehensive and holistic development and advancement of each community towards equality in all parameters of development and welfare. Yes, apart from list, inclusion and reservation, it requires comprehensive and holistic development and advancement of each community towards equality in all parameters of development and welfare. Yes, there should be equal opportunity and equal development for the all communities listed under the backward list or mentioned in the backward list. Now, we'll discuss some issues related to the NCBC. So it is apprehended that the new version of NCBC is unlikely to provide credible and effective social justice architecture. The recommendation of new NCBC is not binding on the government. So since it has no responsibility to define backwardness and it cannot be addressed the current challenge of demand of various castes to be included as BCs. So by retaining the old generic name of NCBC and delinking the body from its soul, that is Article 340, the government set the stage for the whole scheme of special protections under the Constitution intends. So these are the issues related to this Amendment Act and NCBC. So the features of expert body as directed by the Supreme Court are not provided in the composition of the new NCBC. Mere constitutional status and more acts will not solve the problem at grassroots levels, as recent data revealed skewed presentation of SC, ST and OBC categories. So these are some issues we have to rectify these issues. And there is issue like Article 338B clause 5 is silent on the SC mandate on periodic revision of the backward class list in consultation with the NCBC. So these are the some issues. Now, after that, we'll see the recent news related to 102nd Constitution Amendment Act. So friends, a Supreme Court Constitution bench by 3-2 verdict ruled that the 102nd Amendment did not take away the power of the status to identify socially and educationally backward classes under their territory for providing reservations in admissions and employment. So according to the judgment, only the president has the power to notify a particular caste as SCBC, yes, socially and economically backward class, and the state had slot their power to identify backward classes under their territory after the 102nd Amendment, which means the majority judgment read, that is, by introduction of Articles 366, 26C and 342A, though the 102nd Constitution Amendment, that the President alone to the exclusion of all other authorities is empowered to identify SCBCs and include them in a list to be published under Article 342A Clause 1. So, which shall deem to include SCBC in relation to each state and union territory to the purpose of the Constitution. Now, the states can also make suggestions to the President or the NCBC for removing, adding, or modifying the list of backward classes, but the power of the state to make reservations in favor of the communities, which decide the quantum and any kind of reservations and the nature of benefits, that is, other than identifying the community's caste, remains intact. So the judgment also held the 102nd Amendment to be valid and that it did not affect the federal nature of the Indian polity and did not adversely affect the basic structure of the Constitution. So these are the recent news related to 102nd Amendment Act. Now we'll see the suggestions regarding this amendment and NCBC. So the government must put information in public domain regarding the findings of the caste census and recommendations of commission. For example, any survey or any study carried out by the commission or the authorities in regards with the backward classes, that should be kept in public domain. And also the caste census as well. Now the composition of commission should be reflect the gender sensitivity and representation of stakeholders, which means there should be representation by the socially and economically backward classes. Then the vote bank politics should give way to value-based politics so that only truly backward sections of society will get the benefit of reservation. Yes, friends. So these are the suggestions related to 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act or NCBC. So we have seen this session information related to NCBC and 102nd Constitution Amendment Act. Yes. So 102nd Constitution Amendment Act 2018, which provides constitutional status to the National Commission for Backward Classes. Then we have covered the context from independence regarding the backward class commissions and Supreme Court judgment for the implementation of the safeguards for the backward classes. Then we have studied structure of NCBC, that is 3 plus 1 plus 1, which means chairperson, vice chairperson, and 3 members appointed by the president on National Commission for Backward Classes. Then we have covered constitutional provisions, the Article 338B and Article 342A inserted into the Constitution. Then we have discussed about powers and functions, and then the difference between the version of NCBCs before amendment and after amendment, issues and suggestions. Yes, issues and latest news and suggestions we have covered. So friends, that's it for the today's session of 102nd Amendment Act 2018. Yes friends, that's it for today's session. And here is the reminder for all of you. Do not forget to subscribe for our plus or iconic courses. Do not forget to use code RBI Live to get 10% discount. Please join free test series to boost up your preparation and Unacademy combat also on every Sunday morning 11 am. So friends, please like, share and subscribe Unacademy videos. Will guide you throughout your preparation for civil services. So keep studying, keep revising. Take care of your family, relatives and near dear ones. Stay home, stay safe. See you in the next lecture. And friends, we are organizing a YouTube session series that is festival from tomorrow onwards. So do not forget to enjoy these sessions to boost up your preparation. So friends, keep studying, keep learning. All the best.